Big-time hit from Granum. In the air to deep left field. It's gone! Great to be in the playoffs. Today we have boys volleyball from Durfee High School as the Hilltoppers get to host a preliminary round game against the Everett Crimson Tide. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massoud. Welcome inside the Luke Urban Fieldhouse. It's playoff time. One of the most exciting times of the year. We get it 3 times a year here in the school year, and here we are in the spring, our final go of it for tournament action. Durfee has not had a home playoff game in years, going back to pre-COVID, pre-renovations here in the Fieldhouse. We were actually on that side of the gym broadcasting the last time there was a home playoff game here for boys volleyball. So that alone is a great accomplishment. When we first saw the Hilltoppers earlier this season, they didn't start off too well. They ran into New Bedford early in the year, and we all know the Whalers with head coach Ben Coturley ended up with a 20-0, a perfect regular season. They were phenomenal here on the South Coast. So Durfee ran into them early. Started the year 1-3, but really took off since then. They've won 5 of their last 7 games, including opponents like Attleboro, King Philip, Taunton, Quincy, teams that are, well known for boys volleyball here in the South Coast. Now, get to face off against a team that we haven't seen before, Everett. We see this more and more with the statewide brackets and the statewide tournaments. So Crimson Tide making their way here to Fall River from, the Boston area, and a team that we have not seen. They are the 39 seed, Durfee the 26, Crimson Tide at 11-9, Hilltoppers at 13-7. Everett has not done well down the stretch. They lost 4 of their 7 games and were fluttering around 500 throughout the second half of the year. So different opponents, different schedule, of course, from Durfee, but when you're not playing hot at the end of the season, sometimes that can come back to bite you and give the opponent the upper hand. We'll see if Durfee can capitalize on their home court. Live action right after the break. Stay tuned.
Fall River Public Schools has opportunities for positions in multiple areas for people looking to work with the next generation. Come grow with our team. We have openings for teachers, paraprofessionals, and teaching assistants, and other educational support positions available. We are also looking to fill operations support positions such as custodial, security, and food service. We offer competitive salary and benefit plans. We have rewarding work available in our 21st century schools and learning environments. Come grow with us. Please contact the Human Resources Department at 508-675-8420, extension 53708, or see our postings on our website at fallriverschools.org.
It's time for spring cleaning. The city is rolling out an updated street sweeper schedule. Beginning in April, 4 phases of street sweeping will be implemented across 12 neighborhoods. Each phase represents 1 week of each month. For example, the streets in Phase 1 will be addressed in Week 1 of every month. Curb-to-curb access is essential as drivers may make several passes. Please avoid parking during posted times on new signage in your neighborhood. Parking restrictions are just a few hours, similar to a parking ban during a snowstorm. Questions may be directed to the Department of Community Maintenance at 508-324-2584 or the Mayor's Office at 508-324-2600. A map highlighting all sectors will be posted on the city's website and social media pages. Thank you for your cooperation in keeping our city clean.
I'm Mike Labossiere, What's Upper Reservation Forester.
And I'm Paul Furlan, the Administrator of Community Utilities.
Protecting open space is a benefit today, and it's a gift to future generations.
For over 150 years, Fall River has been a leader in environmental preservation. The southeastern Massachusetts Bioreserve ensures forests and fields remain undeveloped and accessible. The Community Preservation Act is a vital component to fulfill climate goals.
Since 2017, CPA funds totaling nearly $1.3 million have been used to acquire conservation areas in Fall River. Educational programs within the bioreserve connect families to nature and promote understanding and respect for diverse culture, history, and wildlife.
Half of Fall River, about 12,000 acres, an area the size of Mattapoisett, is protected water and woodland. Healthy forests minimize flooding, reduce erosion, and provide habitat for endangered species.
As the region expands manufacturing and technology, people are directly reliant on green infrastructure as an irreplaceable source of clean water and air.
Miles of trails wind through unique landscapes which appeal to hikers, cross-country skiers, and mountain bikers. Specific areas are open for safe seasonal hunting. The bioreserve promises endless discoveries and recreational experiences year-round.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Welcome back, everybody, inside the field house. We are ready for playoff volleyball. Great to be here and great to have some playoff action here at home. We love it. We got basketball, had boys and girls each got a home game. Remember, we had that double header essentially back in February, March. That was fantastic. Girls with an amazing game, boys with a crushing loss. But that was the last time we were here for playoffs at least. And nice that the boys are here for volleyball in the tournament. I was talking to head coach Brendan Kelly, and it was 2019, as I said in the open, pre-COVID, and that was a crushing loss too, because that was against Taunton, and Durfee had a 2-0 lead in that match. They lost in 5. I remember that match. Kelly Bullier, girls head coach, was with me for that broadcast, and that was a tough pill to swallow, let me tell you. So Durfee looking for better results here tonight in the prelims of D1 in 2024. This Everett team, this is just their 3rd year as a volleyball program. So not too shabby, you know, for D1 to be this new in D1. And, I mean, obviously in the Boston area, you're going to be playing some decent you have some decent opponents. To make it to the tournament, that's a huge feat. That's really fantastic. So, you know, kudos to the Crimson Tide as well. It's not easy to get to the tournament, and they were able to. So that's why they're here. They earned it. Durfee, honestly, just happy to be playing anybody other than Winchester. And you know what? I share that same sentiment. I'm glad. 2 years in a row having to go to Winchester. And by the way, mix in a boys basketball game in between those 2 spring games, spring tournament games. And so here we are. Yeah, great to not have to go to Winchester. And I say that just because they are so legit. They are tough. It's not because it was a bad experience. In fact, their athletic director out there was phenomenal. He was great to us anytime. He said we're welcome, and, you know, ended up being 3 times in a calendar year that we were there. So we'll go there anytime, but much rather have a home game, and we're underway here in this one. So Durfee in their multicolored white, red, and black uniforms there on the left side of your screen to start us off, and the Crimson Tide wearing all red here on the right side of your screen. They pocket it into the net as the Hilltoppers will start off ahead. Rarely do we get to say this, but Durfee has the height advantage here, which is a nice change of pace as well. Short serve, a little bit of playoff jitters perhaps from Matuzik there, as that one does not make it over. We're tied at 1. But, yeah, it's so many times we've said, you know, Durfee is undersized, and that goes, you know, in a lot of different sports. But here they definitely have, I think, the height advantage, it seems at least. It did during warm-ups when both teams were on the court and sharing some time. That's going to be a tough play. Third touch coming, and welcome to the field house, Everett, where the sky's the limit and everything is in play, including the basketball nets that are folded up, the backboards, the scaffolding, the PA system, you name it. Everything's in play up there. You've got to be ready for it. And makes for an interesting, and as big as this building is, this is not like the tallest ceiling that you'll find. I think even Dartmouth at the Lynch Activity Center at Dartmouth High is got a taller ceiling than we do here. It's a little more forgiveness, for a ball that's hit up in the air. That's Christian Ramirez on the serve, number 2. Big time swing, and Hilltopper's back ahead here as Milford really coming to his own here. Coach Kelly could not speak, any higher of this team. I asked him, I said, this is my 12th season of spring sports because I had started in the spring, this job. It was May 2012. He was the first Durfee coach I interviewed on the job, in fact. So I said, it's been 12 years. I said, and you've been candid about teams that have been really, really good to coach and teams that you felt really shined and bought in. And I said, where does this team rank? He said, easily top 5 in 17 years of coaching, easily. It's a lot of veteran players. There's a lot of seniors on this team. You look at the roster, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 seniors. So, if there's any kind of a run to happen, this is the year, because this team's going to look very different next year. That's for sure. And they're all guys that have excelled. They've really they're fun to be around as well. Coach says, their personalities. They just want to play. That's it. And so very proud of the team and very proud of how they've played. And, going back to what I said in the intro about, starting 1 and 3. Well, again, New Bedford was one of those losses. Weymouth opening night was a close match. But even so, 1 and 3, whether you were competitive or not, to start a season like that, it can quickly get in your head. And it didn't for this team. That's the bottom line, and that's the point I was trying to make, is that these guys didn't take half a season, to figure things out. By 25% through the schedule, 5-6 games, they were playing volleyball. And that's the goal, right? That's the goal, is to get the early season rust, get that out of the way, figure out something, figure it out early, and be ready to go. Good effort there from Everett, not able, though, to do anything with it. So 13 and 7, but take away the start of the year, and it's a 12 and 4 final 16 games. That's very impressive. Hits the scaffolding again, and they handle it this time. I'll tell you, Brian Swords-Combs was all over the place, but they got nothing from Milford right now. Dude is killing it right now at the outside hitter spot there on the far side. It's a timeout for the Crimson Tide. Both sides will huddle it up. 8-3, the score here at the timeout. All right, here we go. Out of the timeout. Oh, that one almost that going to go long? Out of bounds. And Durfee will add to their early lead here. Nice run there for Durfee to build a bit of a cushion here early. Nishal Tamang will serve. Number 10 here, a senior. He is Everett's valedictorian this year. He is number 1 in the 2024 graduating class. And guess what? Runs in the family. His twin sister is number 2. She's the salutatorian. So that's fantastic. Coach telling me that they're both going to Harvard next year. So way to go. That's fantastic. Durfee with the point, back on the serve, and that's going to be out of bounds. Little strong. And that gives control back. It'll be Jefferson Umana. Lines up basically right in the center of the court here. Matuzik. Oh, God, Milford is not leaving anything. That's in. Not leaving anything at all on the court. He is firing left and right. That hit came from the back line. Ethan Horseman with the serve. Good one there. Third touch coming. Who wants it? Matuzik will set. And it falls in. I thought that Sannon was going to really wind up there and kind of caught the defense, I think, a little surprised. Durfee makes it now a 7-point advantage. Good kill right there for Everett. Well, Durfee boys here in the tournament for 2024. Baseball had an amazing season. They are the 11th seed in D1. They earned a bye in the prelims and a round of 32 home game. They will be hosting Wachusett Regional. We went up there 2 falls ago for field hockey. They're coming down here on Sunday, 2 o'clock first pitch for baseball, and we will have that for you live as well. Diamond baseball also had a good year. They had one of their pitchers tossed not 1, not 2, but 3 no-hitters this season, which is absolutely incredible. Coach Flo Lima and his Bengals doing very well, and actually they, again, as we know, Diamond this year trying to finish out the year, but having to go into D1 for the playoffs, and they were the 33rd seed. They were 1 seed away from being seeded in the top 32 in a non-D1 school, which is really fantastic. So that's in as well. Crimson Tide starting to find their stride a little bit here. 3 straight, all solid kills for the visitors. But Diamond, they're playing prelims tomorrow, Friday, up in Brookline. They're actually playing at Northeastern's baseball field, Parsons Field. Brookline, the host. That's a 2 o'clock game on a Friday. That was a strange one to me because, that was going out, and you saw Coach Kelly's reaction. It's still alive. Third touch will go over, but that should have been controlled back to Durfee. Milford decided to play it, and the run will continue here for Everett. They've closed it to within 3. But 2 o'clock on a Friday, kind of rough. I mean, it's an early dismissal, especially when you go up to Boston. So Diamond going to Boston area, Brookline tomorrow. Nice dig right there. Sannon comes right back. Front line looking stronger for Everett as well right now, but they can't handle that one. Diamond's softball team also qualifying. They drew Lexington for prelims. They're going to play that game Saturday at 2 o'clock. It's also a road game. The winner of this one will play Saturday at BC High. BC High is the 7th seed this year. So they earned the bye. They were 18-2. So that's a great regular season to say the least. Looking up and down D1. Only 4 teams that won 18 or more games, and BC High one of them. Needham was the #1 seed at 20-2. They played some extra games. Methuen was 18-2, they're 5th. BC High 7th at 18-2, and we mentioned New Bedford at 20-0. They're the 10 seed. Big hit right there, and the point for Durfee. So the winner of this one will play Saturday in the round of 32 with a 2 o'clock start. And again, that one will be at BC High. Good block. How about that? J.O. and Jack Souza locking down the front line right there. Bartley with the serve. It's a good one. Kind of short. Tough play right there from Gomes, and he was able to make the play. Third touch. Gomes has to send it over. Milford will set. As Matuzik's on the back line right now. Pops it straight up. Milford. Nice. Another point for the Hilltoppers, and it's back to a 7-point lead, 18-11. Oh, somehow it that was one of those, ooh, look what I found. Because let me tell you, Souza did not know that was there. And the reaction, the last second, Everett still gets the point in the end here. Well, we had our Fred TV Awards last night, our annual video festival. And it was nice to see the students work. That'll be airing soon on Fred TV. So we always welcome the students and their families back, and we screen it in the studio, which is really great, so everybody can see our space. That's out of bounds. So nice to see the work. We handed out some scholarships as well, as we always do, and it was a nice night last night. One of many awards ceremonies that take place in the final weeks of the school year. That is out of bounds. Resiliency School has, Resiliency Prep Academy has their graduation Monday. They'll be here at Durfee in the auditorium. We'll be covering that. Durfee's graduation is scheduled for next Friday. It's going to be outside with rain dates over the weekend. More to come on that. Big swing from J.O. And Durfee up to 20. But, you know, when the first Friday of the month is the 7th of June, it really shortens what's left in the year because the following Friday is the last day of school. So we're coming down to the wire here. Tomorrow it's 2 weeks until the school year comes to an end. We're ending before Father's Day this year, which is rare, to say the least. We don't usually have that, but we really didn't have much. We had one snow day, and even that storm wasn't quite as big as they expected it to be. You know, but it did the job. It got us the day off. Durfee ended up getting the point on that one. Even though it went out of bounds, I believe it was deflected. So now 23-14, a 9-point lead. Durfee 2 points away from capping off a Game 1 win. Good serve from J.O. there, not too much spin on it. Oh, coming right back. Try it again. It'll be a tough play. Third touch, and Durfee gets the free ball. Matuza going right back to Milford. Oh, he faked him out. Gotta love it. 10-point lead, set point for the Hilltoppers in the first. J.O. Good serve. Nice set here for Everett. Big block. Third touch. It's still alive. Milford cannot end it. Oh, now he will. It doesn't come back. Nobody home. And it ends up being an 11-point victory here in the first set for Durfee, 25-14. Everett hung in there for quite a while, cutting it back to 3 a couple times, but Durfee ending up closing it out strong here in the first. So 1 is in the books. 2 more to go for the Hilltoppers. Everett will play from behind. 2.5-minute break here. We will take it. We'll see you on the other side with the second set coming up next.
The school administration building at 417 Rock Street was built over 100 years ago by craftsmen from around the globe.
And Mr. and Mrs. William Brayton, mill owners, raised their 9 children in this statement home.
Decades later, the property became too costly for a single family and was gifted to the Fall River School District. Architects reconfigured the 22 rooms to accommodate administrative staff.
By 2018, this historic structure was compromised, eliciting mold and water damage. Once dubbed the last big house on the hill, this extraordinary piece of architecture was in poor condition.
Care was shown to restore artistic elements, including the circular railing and banister, chair rails, crown molding, antique and oak flooring. And the building is now handicap accessible.
Roof work was the primary concern for the Brayton house. This new pitch surface directs water to a modernized drainage system.
10 years ago, Fall River residents voted to adopt the Community Preservation Act, which allows for a 1.5% surcharge on property tax bills to incentivize history, travel, diversity, and recreation. CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
We're back here at the Luke Urban Fieldhouse. Remember, folks, we live stream right here on our Facebook page, Fred TV Sports. Click that like button so you don't miss any of the live action we provide. We archive on our YouTube channel under the same name. You don't need a login for that, but we encourage you to use your Google account and click the subscribe button so you don't miss any uploads. And on another note here, another bulletin, if you will, Class of 74 celebrates 50 years this summer, Saturday, August 10th. From 5:30 to 10:30, they'll have a reunion gathering at White's of Westport. $75 a person. visit their Facebook page, BMC Durfee Class of 1974 50th Reunion, or you can contact Florine Freitas Lacombe at 508-951-4215. Tickets must be purchased by July 25th. So you have still some time, just a little less than 2 months. There's also a hotel room block available at the Hampton Inn, which is just across the street from Whites of Westport. Should be a good time. All right, second set underway. It's Matuzik with the serve and a big-time swing right there for Enrique Franca, one of the captains for Everett. So the Crimson Tide will start off with the advantage. First time they've led in the match. Durfee quickly will get it back. Big swing coming, good block in front, but it falls in. Nobody home for the Hilltoppers on the deflection. All right, Christian Ramirez, the libero for Everett, serving again. Milford, not as strong as some of his hits to this point. Out of bounds. Had that been in, that could have been close to kind of a carry a little bit too. Not a true, like, you know, slap at the ball. But nonetheless, irrelevant after going out of bounds. Third touch for Durfee, and their libero, Elias De Silva, sends it over. The free ball to Everett. Played back line that time by Bartley. Matuzik lofting it. Milford takes out Enrique Franca with the big swing. And now De Silva will serve for the Hilltoppers. Milford, it's out of bounds again. Steve Flores checking in, number 8. For Everett, now Noel Lopez Arden back to serve. Everett up 4-2. Gonna be short. So Durfee gets it back here, chance to tie it up again. Nice set right there. Big hit. Umana gets it right back for Crimson Tide. And Tamang will serve now. Interesting serve there. Flat-footed and almost a flat trajectory there. Milford able to bury it between the front line and the net, and now he'll serve after getting the point. That's a great serve right there from Milford. Wow, big hit. Matuzik slaps it over, another set. That's gonna be in bounds, right on the line. I think I probably say it every season, but it's always interesting to me that volleyball is the smallest playing surface that we have here at, you know, I guess wrestling takes the cake, but it's a different animal. But 4 officials on such a small area for playoffs. And then you have 3 to 4 for soccer, the largest area that is played on, and you know, when they have their tournament games. So I always find that interesting, how many eyes are on the court in such a small area here. A bit of a misfire. We're tied at 6. Durfee pulls even on the unforced error there, the bad swing from Franca. Good serve from Horseman again. That's going to be out of bounds, and it was not deflected. So Durfee now with their first lead here in game 2. Looking to capitalize and keep it going. Horseman, another good serve. That one coming in kind of flat as well. Nice set from Matuzik. Milford with the big hit. Nice play on the far side by Franca. Gonna be a tough play. Horseman able to get back there, and it's dumped over by Sannon. Going back to Franca again, still in play. Trying to get it away from him, but they keep going to him. He's the hot hand right now. Another big hit, and this time he gets it. He worked for that one. I think he got about 4 different touches. And it's 7-7. Durfee got into a rhythm in first set, was able to build a decent lead, but here neither side kind of getting comfortable with the other, just trading possessions and not really putting together a good string of points. Matuzik will serve. Oh, that was going out of bounds. You know, the thing is, Milford's so tall that when it's coming at him, that was going out too. That time I had to play, it was deflected in front. Back to Milford again. Now Matuzik with the set. Good set. Sannon gives it a good hit. Now J.O. bounced back again in the net. I'll tell you, great job. The front line right here. These are the biggest guys for Everett. And they locked it down. 33 there, Caleb Miranda. Number 28, Matthias Carraz. And they also had right there, they had Franco was up front on that last rotation. He's pretty tall as well. Another block, and Everett retakes the lead. Good serve. Frank has got a great serve. A lot of power behind it. J.O., wow, lets it fly. Durfee wanted the deflection, but I don't think it was low enough for anybody to touch it. Really fired on that one. Now Everett back up by 2. Another good serve. Matuzik setting for Sannon. Comes back. Who wants it? Matuzik. Here's the third touch. Milford will send it back to Crimson Tide for the free ball. Good block there. Durfee giving Everett a little bit of a taste of their own medicine there with the block. Jack Souza in on that one right there. Bartley back to serve. Durfee looking to retie it again. A little out of system. Third touch back to Durfee. They'll get the free ball. Matuzik looking to set for Milford. And he gets the kill. And it's 10-10. Big hit from Kiraz. Short serve, right back to Durfee, goes control. That didn't pan out. Couple substitutions here. Noel Lopez, Arden back to serve again. Seen a couple rotations already with so many changes of possession. It'll be 12-12. Nice block in front. Durfee gonna get the point. Hilltoppers block it initially, but it goes out of bounds. Nice job, Matuzik. Got it back just a little late on the swing for Milford, but that was such a difficult set right there. To be going backwards, body and momentum carrying you back, and still able to get it in a spot where Milford could have handled it. That's great. He wants to make good on it, and he does. That time taking something off, and it's 14-all. Milford not returned. Everett going to use a timeout here. This guy's got to be tired. 29 total points. And we're only basically halfway through this second set. Going to go down to the wire, huh? We'll see. That is in. Milford serves up the ace. Just inside the line. That's a killer right there. You come back from a timeout, and it could go either way. You let it go, and it's an ace. And right there, now you're down 2. That's always tough. Third touch, coming back. Durfee will have the free ball. Matuzik setting. Sannon coming in. Kind of palms it a little bit. Didn't really on top of it very well. Franca played by De Silva. Matuzik will set again. Milford from the back line. Oh, that was surely going out of bounds and ended up being played by Arden. Gives Durfee another chance. Sannon. The violation against Durfee will give Everett the point. Umana back to serve. Big swing, Sannon, third touch. It ricocheted off of Matuzik and Sannon after the block. So by the time it was touched and actually returned, no dice. Tied at 16. Short serve. That's gonna fall in. There's the kill. Sannon's been trying for it. Finally got enough. Good serve from Horseman. Out of bounds. Durfee with the point. No deflection that time. That is in though. Back line playing a bit up for Durfee. Left the, see, back 10 feet there, 6 feet, a little bit unguarded. And now control back to the Crimson Tide. Good serve there from Mark Pierre. Oh, how about that from Milford? He was back too. He was not right at the net. He was near the gray line, the 10-foot line. Nice dig. Good reaction there. Third touch, Durfee will send it over, but it's still alive thanks to the dive from Milford. Tuzik setting. J.O. Big swing. Handled. Now a chance for Franca. Played back line. It's going to be close. Swatted into the net. Tremendous defense right there from Milford. Saved it a couple times. Terrific reaction. That just gets over. Both just inbounds and just gets over. Milford with the short serve. Everett not able to handle, and Durfee up by 4. Their largest lead here in this second set. Oh, what a block! Sannon hanging up there. Wow. Oh, gonna be a tough play. Third touch, nice job keeping it in there. Ramirez. Milford. Oh, baby. Funny thing is, that came down and there was one of the Everett players was there. Had he had some help, they could have potentially gotten that over on a third touch because the netting is also in play. That's coming back. Oh, my goodness gracious. What an effort. Durfee gets bitten by their own house. 23-18. Everett with control back. 2 wild points right there. J.O., that's deflected, and that should be Durfee's point. It is. Set point for the Hilltoppers here in game 2. Wow, that's one passionate fan right there. Don't strain yourself. Oh man, that sounded painful, let me tell you. Blocked. Good reaction from De Silva. Poked back, and he can't pancake it. It's on the court. And Everett will live to see another point here in game 2. That's the kind of passion you want from your fans. They just wish there were more of them. Man, people don't realize some of the great action we see for volleyball, and it would be wonderful to see this place sold out for once, just for something other than a basketball game. It'll be a tough play again. Another point for Everett. Hilltoppers still sitting on set point. 24-20. Milford gonna end it right there. Point 25 with a little extra, and Durfee takes a commanding 2-0 lead here in the prelims. Third set coming up, folks. Stay with us. We're going to take the break. See you on the other side.
Hi, I'm Kristen Cantara Oliveira. I'm a member of the Community Preservation Committee and the Historical Commission. Welcome to the Lafayette Durfee House.
I'm David Jennings, curator. Built in 1750, this is one of the best living history representations in Massachusetts.
Judge Thomas Durfee, the original owner, was also an admired patriot. Judge Durfee made sizable purchases of equipment and weapons to outfit Revolutionary War soldiers, including his own son. Generals and Minutemen frequently met here for secret and strategic military planning.
But by the 1970s, the home's significance was largely forgotten and it was slated for demolition. Preservationists rallied, first to fund the restoration and secondly to resurrect interest in the heroic Durfee family.
The original frame and foundation are intact. Craftsmen worked tediously to repair or replace decorative elements.
Visitors are encouraged to handle artifacts and work alongside artists. The Lafayette Durfee House is included in the National Register of Historic Buildings and exceeds standards of the Secretary of the Interior.
However, time continuously ravages the one-of-a-kind structure. Grants from the Community Preservation Committee, as well as monetary contributions, spearhead the efforts of tireless volunteers.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Fall River Public Schools has opportunities for positions in multiple areas for people looking to work with the next generation. Come grow with our team. We have openings for teachers, paraprofessionals, and teaching assistants, and other educational support positions available. We are also looking to fill operations support positions such as custodial, security, and food service. We offer competitive salary and benefit plans. We have rewarding work available in our 21st century schools and learning environments. Come grow with us. Please contact the Human Resources Department at 508-675-8420, extension 53708, or see our postings on our website at fallriverschools.org.
Welcome back, everybody. Third set about to begin here. You see the 25-20 was the final from set 2. Durfee winning by 5, so we'll reset that, and here we go. It's a new slate. Everett with their backs against the wall now. You know, they really did hang with the Hilltoppers in that second set. Back and forth, and like I said, you know, neither side really got comfortable, and honestly, Everett hung with Durfee. They weren't comfortable, but neither was Durfee. There were some good defensive plays. We saw some really good blocks from both sides, but unfortunately for the Crimson Tide, the visitors are down now 2-0. But that second set was much better than the first set in terms of, you know, keeping it close and competitiveness for the visiting team. That's out of bounds. So again, the winner will play BC High in the round of 32, the number 7 seed. On the other side of that, of this bracket, you'll have tomorrow Barnstable visiting New Bedford, the 20-0 New Bedford Whalers, that is. The winner of that one will play the winner of the next game, which is, you know, one of these two teams and BC High. So have a feeling the winner of BC High versus one of these two teams is going to end up seeing New Bedford in the round of 16. But, you know, just based on the way they've played all year, they really have had a tremendous season. I mean, you pull off a 20-0 season, that's no easy feat, let me tell you. That's just remarkable. Oh, that's going to fall in. Some miscommunication there from the front line. The Hilltoppers give a point back. Good serve. Milford plays it. Oh, it's going to get lofted back. Third touch. Two really sloppy points for Durfee right there, if I'm being frank about it. The miscommunication, one thing, but that ball not played very well, and Hilltoppers now tied 3-3. Oh, my goodness gracious. Milford. De Silva back to serve for Durfee. Their newfound 4-3 lead. Early goings of the third set here. Live playoff coverage on Fred TV. Tied again. Kiraz, the good strong serve. Durfee has to dump it over on the third touch. Matuzik perfectly placed there, waiting for that hit from Soares Gomes. And Milford once again. He's really been unbelievable. J.O. will serve. Nice hit right there. Steve Flores just checked in, did his job, got the set and finished it off. And now Tamang will serve for Everett. 5-5 here in the third set. We call a double touch there. Oh, man. Durfee not liking the call very much. And so Everett back in front. Not for long. Tied again. That one into the net. Coming up on the 1 hour mark. We started a little late because, you know, big surprise. Everett hit traffic trying to get out of Boston down Route 24 and the expressway. Wow, Sannon with a start and a stop. Somehow, all smiles, somehow Durfee got lucky right there. Third touch, and Durfee will get the point. Milford back to serve. Speaking of Boston traffic, Route 1 tunnels there closed again. Was it the Sumner tunnels closed this summer now? So now leaving Logan, all traffic's gonna go through I-90. That's gonna be fun. Unless you do back roads along the coast. So, like through Lynn and whatnot, and Revere. So, yeah, you're traveling to Logan, you're expecting to get home. Had some extra time. You shouldn't have a problem getting in if you're coming from the south. But, yeah, I saw that today, and I said, geesh, it was bad enough last year. And we're going into the timeout. Bad enough last year, and now here we are. They have the other tunnel closed this year. Hey, you know, it's old infrastructure. Stuff's got to be addressed, I guess, but yeah, it certainly can be an inconvenience. So 9-7, Durfee ahead. We're in the timeout here. The more important numbers are 2-0, and that's Durfee's lead here. They're up 2-0 in the best-of-5 match. Convincingly winning the first set 25-14, but had to work in the second set. And it seems like this third set panning out similarly as both sides keeping it close here. And again, not really seeing a good run of points. Durfee rattled off 5 in a row early in that first game and, you know, really built up that lead. They got it to 7. Everett came back, cut it to about 3, and then Durfee really never looked back. But last set was tough, hard fought. And here in the third set, at least through, you know, about halfway through it, points-wise, Durfee and Everett going toe-to-toe again. The Hilltoppers now with a 3-point lead. Make it 2. See, here we go. Franca, good elevation, big swing, and Crimson Tide get it back. Mark Pierre, one of the 4 seniors on this team. A lot of juniors for Coach Finneran. One of them is Kiraz, who had that block with his senior teammate, Caleb Miranda, who's leading the team in blocks this year. Third touch, Durfee's gonna lose it. And they give the free ball back to Everett. And just like that, 3 straight points for the Crimson Tide. Franca with another kill, and we're tied again, 10-10. If he gets it back. If I know Brendan Kelly and how superstitious he is, Durfee's head coach pacing here now in front of the bench, the fact that the last time they had a home game, they were up 2-0, and they ended up losing it in 5. I'm sure he's a little uneasy right now and probably thinking about that. Durfee back up now by 2, 12-10. Good hit there from Kiraz. Better hit right there from Sannon. Durfee back up by 3. Out, no deflection. Tuzik puts his head down. Bad serve there, short serve. And control back to Everett. Franca will serve. Oh, man. Not going to make it over. A good effort. Another violent swing there from Milford. Oh, nice reach. Full extension by De Silva. And he'll send it back on the third touch. And now the block up front. J.O. and Souza. Twice Brian Storrs-Gomes tried to kill it, could not. Bartley. Comes back. No good. Hilltoppers up by 6. And now starting to pull away, getting into a rhythm. Another good serve. Well, that's going to be tough to play. Back line. Oh, man, that's a tough hit right there. Ramirez kind of half-hearted at that. And a timeout for Everett. Well, looking forward to baseball on Sunday as well. Again, Durfee with the home game for the round of 32. The Southeast Conference champion, Hilltoppers. They went, let's see, they only had one loss in the conference. So that's 7-1 in conference play. And the one loss was to Brockton. It was a 4-3 loss on the road. Durfee finishing, though, with 2 tough losses to end the regular season. Hilltoppers with the point again. You know, for baseball, Durfee had won 8 in a row, going right through the conference that last time. They lost 1-0 to Somerset, a walk-off win. And that was a rematch from earlier in the year when Durfee beat Somerset 1-0, so interesting there. And then Taunton, we know how good Taunton is. They lost to Taunton 2-1. So they actually lost their last 2 games. They were 16-2 heading into those final 2 games. So, you know, and Durfee's first loss of the year came, of all teams, against Diamond. And not knocking Diamond in any way, but Diamond's not even in your division. So go figure, right? So all of Durfee's losses, I mean, really were, aside from Diamonds, which was 7-0, all 3 of the remaining losses for Durfee were 1-run losses. And they had a lot of one-run victories as well, by the way. 1-0 against Stang, 4-3 against Barnstable, 3-2 against Dartmouth. We were there for that game with DCTV. That was a great game. Stang 6-5, Taunton 3-2 the first time. Dartmouth again 4-3 the first time. A 1-0 walk-off against New Bedford. Weymouth 4-3. Somerset Berkeley 1-0 win. I mean, we're talking, this is what solid pitching and defense will do. You can manufacture some runs, and you're able to hold it. And that's really, Durfee has just been solid in all phases of the game this year for baseball. So cannot wait for the playoff game. Wachusett Regional has, you know, good athletic program. We saw that with field hockey up in the Worcester area. So I think we're looking at a pretty good game on Sunday, and hopefully Durfee will, you know, come out on top in that one. That's not coming back into the stands. There's a very good chance that Durfee, if they're able to win, that they'll end up seeing Taunton in the round of 16, which is interesting. They would have to travel to Taunton, but it would be their third time playing Taunton this year, so that would be interesting for sure. It'd be nice to have a road game that's not too far away either. Taunton not far, beautiful facilities there. 10-point Durfee lead as they close in on a prelim round victory here in the D1 state tournament. Milford, thank you very much. Match point. Boy, Durfee has closed this one out. My goodness. They did not let Everett hang around. Third touch, it's got to be sent over. Matuzik. Game! Durfee with a sweep here in the prelims. Winners at home. They took the first set 25-14, the second set 25-20, and here in the third by 12. 25-13, and they take the match. 3-0, the final score. And they will play BC High on Saturday, 2 o'clock game. On the road. BC High, again, the 7th seed. Going to be a tough matchup, that's for sure. But, man, Hilltoppers looking good. What a great win for the Durfee boys. Well, we thank you for tuning in for playoff coverage from here at the Field House. Boys volleyball moving on. Wish them the best of luck on Saturday. All smiles for the Hilltoppers. Again, folks, like and follow us on Facebook. We continue to keep you updated, especially during tournament time. There's so much going on. And don't miss any live action, of course. That's where we live stream. Subscribe to us on our YouTube channel as well, so you don't miss any uploads. You can watch games anytime, anywhere, on demand. That's going to do it from the Field House. We will see you Sunday afternoon for baseball from Skip Lewis Field. 2 p.m. first pitch. Be there. Mike Fernandez running camera today. I'm Evan Massoud. So long from the Field House.